Hello, 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 everybody. My name is LoDuris. Welcome, channel members, to the first channel video. It's weird. I didn't think I was going to do this, but I did one. I guess things change. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Hope everything is going good. I don't know how many of you are going to be able to show up to this, but I see some of you are here. Rasta, welcome to the stream. Amherst, welcome to the stream. Yes, members streams, exclusive streams are a thing. Every channel has them. I don't typically do member exclusive things unless it is just Burning. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Unless it is just something for the members. And like I said in a members post a little while back, I want to try and do more with the membership. So I've been having the members make decisions and make choices. And vote on things for the channel. I don't know. I don't want to cut off any kind of content, but at the same time, I want to do something nice for you because you are a member. So, I don't know. Sorry, live chat is currently unavailable. Why is live chat currently unavailable? Is this even, this is live streaming? Yes, this is live streaming. Why is my live chat not available? What are you doing, YouTube? Why are you having the issues? Why are you not talking to Streamlabs, huh? Weird. Okay, so my chat's unavailable. That's a little weird. I'm gonna... Let me take a minute to reorganize things here. This is kind of weird. I've never had this happen before. Usually it's a case where the chat overlay doesn't show up over top of things, but this is weird. I'm feeling like a shareholder. Welcome, fellow. Welcome, shareholder, to our shareholder evening. Let me minimize this. Can I slide this here? And then move this like this? And that should... And then if I go into here, I can transform that. Transform, fit to screen. Well, that's a little weird, but I can actually see chat now, so that actually works out then. Alrighty, we're on the ball. What can I say? How's everybody been doing? You guys been having a good day? Do you have any ideas for what you might want to see as an emote? Because I've thought of a few things and I can run them past you guys if you want. Because I didn't come completely unprepared for today. Like I said, I didn't really know what to do for a members stream. Because I wasn't sure I was actually expecting nobody to show up. Because I know everybody's in a bunch of different time zones in that. So desktop, where's that file? Base emote ideas. There we go. Although when I do this, I can't see anything. So I have 4 ideas. If you guys are down, you're all right. I'm glad to hear, Rosto. Hope things are going good. I have stories to entertain you with while I draw and talk. So the ideas that I have, just so you're aware, are I'm gonna write them down, and you guys can decide what we should work on. That is way too big. That is way... Where's my anti-alias? Face palm. Ignore that. Wow. What is the stabilization at? 40! Yeah, that'll do it. Stabilization 2. Nope. Facepalm. Oh, that is so much better. So facepalm was an idea. The other ideas were shock, a bonk emote. I don't know. Sometimes I say things that are a little sussy, apparently. And the last one I thought of was a cheer. Because we don't really have a GG or anything like that kind of emote. Ray, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Head pat is kind of like bonk. Okay, that's fair. I can see that. Head pat is kind of like bonk. That is a fair point. But we got like a vote for facepalm so far. I figure we can do like a few. That's why I have the squares done out here. Each square is 480 in dimensions, which works out nicely because then I can just shrink to 10% to get the actual emote size. Because I think you can upload at like 480. Can Dad LoDurisLP play? No, Dad LoDurisLP cannot play. Dad LoDurisLP has been keeping me busy. Bird, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, such an exclusive little club we have here. Exactly. Yes, only the finest here. Like I said, the VOD will go public after this stream. I want to do something that would give the members a chance to vote on. Like I said, I wanted the members to choose what the next emote would be for the channel. I could leave it up to everybody, but I thought it would make more sense to have the members choose what they want the next emote to be. Because there's still like the other options, but I would like to give more. That makes sense. Door floor 2 soon. I actually do want to do doors floor 2. I would like to give it a shot. I want to try and figure out when I'm going to do another Roblox stream. Now that October's over with and we're back in November, I can go in and do like that slot I had every week for a spooky game can now be another game. We got 2 votes for the facepalm. Okay. I think that's a fair one. Bluefish, redfish, bluefish, one fish, two fish. Dr. Seuss fan? I like that. I love Dr. Seuss. I read it a lot as a kid. Maybe that's why I'm so weird. He had such a wild imagination. I swear to God, that man must have been on like drugs or something. All right. It's that one? That one. Okay, so let's start with a facepalm. I'm going to remove that layer there. So the next question is, are we going to do like the old LoDurisLP style or the chibi? What's my favorite Greek myth? Ooh, that's a hard question. I liked the Minotaur a lot as a kid. Like the story of the Minotaur, I really liked that one. I like Thor. Thor is actually Norse mythology, not Greek. Although in God of War he shows up. God of War is just a mishmash of deities and things. But Thor's pretty cool for Norse mythology. I actually like that one. I actually really like the... it has to do with Thor. It's the... I like the story of Ragnarok and like the end of the world. Most of the stuff we know from Norse mythology is from like one book, by the way, which is wild. Because if that book hadn't gotten preserved, we wouldn't know like anything about Norse mythology. So this square is the overall area that would be used by YouTube. Minutes ago, I bought a book about Greek and Roman mythology. There's a lot of overlap. Oh my God. Romans were great at just stealing the best parts of things. Like that's basically their thing, is they just stole a bunch of things. Yeah, that's ours. That's that's our people. That's Zeus. Zeus is a nice name, but you know what sounds better? Jupiter. Jupiter's a way better name. So we're gonna go with Jupiter. You're back. Any dinosaur back? Who would it be? Ooh. I think I would like. See, the kid in me, Triceratops. But there's so many cool ones. Like Dramatosaur is the one. Is that? I think that's the correct one. Dramatosaurus is the one with the big like. I'm using my hands to illustrate this, and you can't see this, but the big thick skull that they would like bash together. I think that one's pretty awesome. I know a lot of people might go with like T-Rex, but what's everybody else's favorite? What would you bring back, folks? Facepalm would be kind of defeated. I'm gonna go with the. I think I want the base to be, because the head would be down. I think that is. the way to do it. I would bring back a bird. You just make it all up. You know what they look like? It's true. Oh my god, have you seen like artists trying to draw like regular animals of today when they're given the skeleton, being like, here, could you draw what this animal would look like? And the horrifying things they come up with. Oh my god. Yeah, like it really is just guesses. Like they found it was Triceratops, I think it was. They found out it had quills. There was a recent specimen found. Oh, where the hell was it found? I don't remember. But they found a very well-preserved Triceratops with the skin. And in the skin, you can see where larger pores where things like quill structures would be. And they had like really quilled backs, like almost like porcupines, which is kind of crazy to imagine this like massive, you know, beast of a creature and then having like a prickly back like a porcupine, which is bonkers. That's a big one. Argentinosaurus, wasn't that like the biggest or like the second biggest theropod ever around? But I think the idea of bringing the dodo back would be good. Dodo, I feel bad about the dodo because the dodo died because we're really like, oh, it's easy food. All the ptarmigans are like that too. So it's hard to... He gets kind of fat. And then... Oh, how would the eyes go? Because they're kind of when people facepalm, aren't they like... this? Yeah, I think that's how they kind of are, right? And then... like ideally this would come... I think it's okay if that's cut off. I think that's okay. I'll bring Kawaii bird. Biggest. It was the biggest. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was the biggest or the second biggest, because I know there's like a Titanosaurus, but I didn't remember where the ranking was, like Titanosaurus and the Argentinian. And then there's another one that starts with a K that I don't know how to pronounce. That was pretty big. But yeah, they are... I would love to have seen dinosaurs. Just like I like seeing elephants and giraffes. Giraffes are amazing. Oh my god! Like you see them on like TV and YouTube videos and things like that, and you think like, okay, yeah, it's big. But then you see it and you're like, oh shit, that's big. So, how will I do facepalm with tentacles? So the plan is right now. I'm just kind of brainstorming while we talk. Because, yeah, it's... The mouth would be something like this. And then it would literally just be... Let's hide that. We're going to hide this ruler. Don't show the ruler. And then... the one tentacle would come up. Actually, let's put the ruler back. We're going to put another layer on top, and then it would be something like this. I think I need to adjust the positioning of the arm, or the tentacle in this case. But I think it would just be something like this. And what we could do, actually, to make it a little better, would it be... No, but snakes... Yeah, snakes are mind-blowing. They got no legs and they just get around. It's fantastic. Somebody showed me a snake. There was on, like, Instagram or TikTok or something, of a snake... like trying to slither on a microfiber blanket, and it couldn't go anywhere. I was like, oh shit. But they got pretty good because there was like Titanoboa. That was, I think, the biggest. So I have an idea. Remember, the gray square is what people will see. What if... Oh, why'd you rate on that as a background? That was really stupid of me. That was really stupid of me. Okay. Because what we could do, and this is why we have other layers. Aardwolf. What is an Aardwolf? What is an Aardwolf? I do not know what this is. Because the other thing we could do for the face palm, let's make another layer on top of the base and be smart this time, would be to do a bigger just super fast, and then just do put a layer on top of that. Do like something like this to show the force of the smack. I think I like that idea better. But then like the whole square would be like LoDurisLP skin color. Nardwuar. Wasn't that like an interviewer on like Much Music or something? Aardvark. Okay, aardvarks are adorable. Ooh, am I allowed? Okay. If you're gonna say the cutest animal in my opinion, I have to ask, is this the entire lifespan of the animal, or is this like a baby version or adult version only kind of thing? Because that makes a big difference, because there's some animals that are absolutely adorable as babies and get absolutely hideous as adults. And there's some that are really adorable adults that are absolutely hideous as babies. So, I mean, you really got to choose where baby version. Ooh, that's hard. I like baby skunks. I think baby skunks are really cute. I don't find baby raccoons cute, but I think adult raccoons are adorable. I was a dog guy, but now cats control me. This is fair. That bacteria in there will actually, warp your brain kind of idea. What's it called again? There's an actual like parasite. I don't know if I like the whole body, because then the whole body could have the like smack. Kind of going on there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one's better? Prairie dogs. Oh my god, prairie dogs are an absolutely adorable thing. They are. Prairie dogs are cute. I like prairie dogs. I like meerkats as well. I think meerkats are absolutely adorable in groups. A single meerkat, okay, it's cute, but like you get a group of them together and they start like yipping and yapping about danger. They are absolutely adorable. I love how humans will like pack bond with anything. They're like, yep, that's adorable. It's part of my group now. I love it. Yeah, I don't know if I like the... Because we'd have... the one... This is a terrible positioning of the leg, but... We'd have the one leg here. This would be the other one that would come up. We'd have this on the outskirts. But then this would be cut off. So it would be something like that. Or something that... Mouses are cute too. I don't know. What do you guys think? For the facepalm. These are the two ideas right now for it. Like, I think having the little action shot is important. But do we do a zoom in of just the face of LoDurpus doing the facepalm, or do we do like the whole LoDurpus? I think move it up a bit. Ooh, we got a division here. First or second. So for the left one, moving up a bit, you would want it... I wish I hadn't drawn on the actual backdrop. That was really stupid of me. By moving it up, Rasto, you just want the figure more centered kind of idea, or... Can I... Yeah, I drew on that layer. That's going to bother me. C, Control V. Nope. This over. Let's see if I can't salvage this. Okay, that should be underneath. So if I go to this layer, I can delete this ruler, and then I should be able to just kind of like this. Okay. Kind of salvage this sketch. Wow. Okay, I kind of saved that. That was... bro, I'm not gonna lie, watching 100 windmill spins is fascinating. I think that would be very hypnotizing to watch a bunch of windmills spin. So, Rasto, you're thinking... As I fix this, you want the first one up here more? Or do you want like a little bigger? I don't know, I'm kind of torn because I like this one because I think it'll display the action better, but I think this one is... I really like showing all of the LoDurpus, you know? During Hurricane. Oh my god, they would break. I don't think they would be able to... I don't think they're designed to handle it, like... Here, let's actually make both and we can figure out what it is. Get rid of that. Oh, was I stupid again? Oh, why am I dumb? I'm so dumb. I literally was like, oh, don't draw on the bottom. And then went and drew on that layer again. Windmills are so much bigger when you see them. I would love to see one up close. I don't have any windmills in my area. I know there are some like modern windmills if I travel about an hour from here, because there's a lot of open fields on top of the escarpment. But I have a lot of water mills. So I see a lot of like water wheels and things like that. And they're still surprisingly big. Actually, the shaft, the one that I went to in the spring to visit because they were closing it for repairs, and you could actually go down and see the mechanical workings of it. the size of the shaft used to turn the mills is bonkers. I think I would rather be in the hot air balloon. I think both would be terrible, but I think the hot air balloon, because they can control where they're going, right? Windmills are stuck in the ground. So you just like hot air balloon your way out of the way. Although if one's going into the other, I'm betting on the windmill. Like if we're going to crash course them. All right, well, we're only going to use this as a guide. And it's kind of weird with the... I need to set a reference and a size. We can do that with a circle. And drop the transparency down. Wait, was I not stupid? Oh, I wasn't stupid. I didn't draw on the square. Windmill versus 100 modern day cars. I'm still gonna go with the windmill. They're meant to like withstand stuff. I'm pretty sure even 100 cars crashing into the base, it's gonna be an okay, okay foundation, you know? Because yeah, the eyes would be. I'll move these up a little. They're kind of too close together to be a real chibi derpist kind of look, but thank you, Pato. I'm not gonna lie, that is the lazy generic I'm drawing thumbnail. It is like, I think everything has been used for all the drawing streams have been using that. So, but thank you. So if that's where those are gonna go, we could do a something. I was gonna just do lines, but I think I want the roughness of a drawn line more. You know what I mean? Because then I can go down and go to, say, like a white, and then like a 3, and... sort of the idea that I have. Windmill versus Windmill 2, who will win? Slow windmill, fast, who will... It's hard to say. Are you drawing on top of another drawing? Yeah, I did a quick sketch of what I want the... if I pull these layers off... So this is just a rough sketch of the idea for the facepalm emote. And then I just dropped the transparency down to around 50%. And then drew these layers on top. I did the circles as a guideline. And then started drawing the eyes. It's kind of how I work. Slow, you suddenly get that adrenaline boost. Maybe. Oh, I thought those... No. We're trying to work on a facepalm emote for LoDurisLP. The others that have joined the stream, there were some votes for the facepalm emote, so I figured we would draw one. There was... The other idea I had was... like a chibi version facepalming, which is kind of cute. Kind of cute, not gonna lie. But I think this might do a little better. That way you can't really tell if it's the chibi or not. Although by the sheer fact that it will have a mouth, you will know that it is a chibi. Because I'm still not sure how to put a mouth on normal LoDurisLP. You know, like I really don't know how to put a mouth on him. I want to. Like, I think it'd be really cool to have a mouth, but I'm not really sure. See, you're doing it wrong. Humans are endurance hunters. Our whole thing is to just chase our prey until it's exhausted, and while it's laying there helpless on the ground, kill it. And that's how we hunt. Sorry. Random fun fact about how humans are supposed to hunt. But yeah, I understand the adrenaline boost. Isn't that already between the tentacles like a normal octopus? See, it is. Like, that's the weird thing, right? Like, when you look at... boop. We're going to go over layer 1. Back on here. So layer 1. Like, octopuses have a... Stop that. They have, like, a beak. Does this, and then it comes down. And so... But then this beak is hidden underneath where all the tentacles are. Right? So it's like, technically he has a mouth. You just don't see it because it's like under here with all the tentacles. Right? So I don't really know how to bring that mouth forward so you can actually have him talking, because that was one of my biggest things with the design of the original LoDurisLP was there was no actual mouth. There was no way for you to tell I was really talking unless the tentacles moved. So out of the bottom and move whenever you talk. Yeah, but then it's like, well, how does this is like the laziest LoDurisLP? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you'd have to have, like... Here. And then there. Brush is way too thick to pull that off, but... At that point, I kind of feel like a Metroid. I'm not going to lie. He feels like a Metroid at that point. For those of you who don't know, they're like these weird little things in the Metroid game that just like fly around and eat things, and they got like, and they just fly around eating people. I bow hunted once like a deer, got a perfect shot with beast, broadhead. Ooh, impressive. See, I can't hunt. I don't want to hurt things. That's my thing. Like, I like shooting a bow. I think shooting a bow and arrow is amazing. I also think deer is delicious, but I don't want to kill things unless I'm actually going to eat them, you know? Beast broadhead. Nice. The Metroid's from Metroid. Yeah, doesn't he, like, feel like a Metroid from Metroid? If I were to do something like this, where LoDurisLP was just, you know, here. Although he looks a lot more horrifying, too. Right? Like, we have the fins. That is actually kind of terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. I said so once, I only killed an animal once. That's fair. Like, to each their own. I don't begrudge anyone who goes hunting. The only thing I will begrudge anyone for is if they go hunting and they waste the animal. Like, if you're hunting, if you use all the animal, if you're gonna make it into food, I don't care what you do with it. That's awesome. I think that's fantastic. You enjoy that. But I do know people that do like trophy hunting and they just discard the carcass, and that really upsets me. Like, you could trophy hunt and then just eat the rest. Like, that's great. You wanted a deer head for your wall, but you could have eaten the rest of the deer. Like, but they just take the head and have it taxidermied and discard the rest. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? That's such a waste. Like, it's good. A Cthulhu mouth, but that was kind of weird with... See, that's what I was thinking too, was like... Because one of the ideas in the redesign for LoDurisLP was I was actually looking at, like, mind flayers. So then LoDurisLP would actually have, like, a body. And, like, the tentacles could, like, wiggle back and forth. That is a terrible... You know, like, they could go back and forth or up and down to show that I'm talking. And that would lean more into, like, the Eldritch Horror. I really should... I'm going to move this to a 5 thickness. That is absolutely illegible. Has 2 mouths. Has 2 mouths. So he's got one on his butt underneath. I'm used to the name wind turbines. Then that makes sense. Wind turbines make them sound a little more technical, whereas windmills make them sound a little more antiquated and primitive, right? Like, and technically, wind turbines is a better use of the word if you were generating electricity, because that's what turbines are used for, whereas windmills are typically used to grind wheat and flour and all the other, I forget all the other stuff you get when you grind wheat. You get flour, flax. Is it flax you get? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what you get. Win1000 walks in. But yeah. So that was one of the design ideas. The other was like a really hyper-realistic. I spent some time trying to draw a hyper-realistic LoDurisLP, and that was just horrifying. I'm not doing that. We're not going with realistic LoDurisLP. If anything, one of the other ideas I had was like biblically accurate LoDurisLP, where it would just be like LoDurisLP with the tentacles, but it would be like eyeballs everywhere of different sizes. And like having all the eyeballs move and blink in unison, I thought would be a really cool like thing to rig. But then it left me with the same problem of he didn't have a mouth. And I got really sad because he didn't have a mouth. So, electricity, exactly. Rasto's got it. But I mean, they're both interchangeable. It's one of those things like if you say to somebody, oh yeah, the windmills out in the fields are, they're for generating electricity, people are going to know. Like most modern situations, you don't use an actual windmill. And you can still get, you can get the Morningstar mill I was talking about. You can actually get like water wheel ground wheat. And they actually sell it there. It's really awesome. Windsucker goes hard. Eldritch Chibi should have many mouths instead of many eyes. Oh my god, all the mouths everywhere. Just like his eyes, and then a mouth, a mouth, a mouth. We'd have to give him teeth. You'd have to have teeth. I think that would be more horrifying to have a bunch of mouths talking at you. I like the idea. I like the idea. Just mouths everywhere. And I mean, realistically, it wouldn't be too hard to rig, because you could probably copy the rigging for the central mouth and the objects that are a part of it, and then just copy and paste them anywhere you need them. They would. Imagine electricity you'd get. Absolutely amazing electricity. I think that's... And then... Nope. Yes. Yes, I like that. The beauty of the symmetry tool. By the way, if you were ever drawing emotes, use the symmetry tool. That is my biggest advice on how to be lazy and making emotes. The symmetry tool. I don't think I like. I don't know if I like. I don't know if I like that. I think I need to resketch the arm. I don't think I like where that is. Looks like I'm eating a berry. Looks like it's eating. No, I'll stay on happier things, Bray. Mutually assured, that is something I grew up with as a kid. The concept of mutually assured destruction is not something I would like to see visit this world again. It is probably the single stupidest thing humanity has ever come up with. And I am going to probably stand by that. I think this goes better than the slap chop. I think it's stupider than the little thing that makes melon balls. Why you need melon balls, I don't know. But yeah, mutually assured destruction, stupidest thing humanity's ever come up with. So no need for World War III. I'd like to believe we can be peaceful and get somewhere. Does kind of look like he's eating a berry now that you're looking at it, but that's just the line art. That's just the line art. Maybe? So weird. That works. That would get erased. And then we can white. Something like that. And we can use the curve lines. Do something like this. Right? That's like the force of the hit kind of thing. Right now it's like eating a bare knuckle. It's you know, it is really mutually assured destruction if you mutually assure them first. Yeah, like it was during the Cold War and like the 80s up until even like the early 90s, there was the whole like threat of nuclear war, and Russia and the US just going basically having two guns trained on each other that if one person shot a nuke, the other one would shoot a nuke at the other one, and it's just the stupidest thing in the world. It is probably one of the lowest points of humanity. But a sign of like how distrusting we can be, which is upsetting because I mean, like I said, I think humanity can do a lot of really good things. But on happier notes, I saw the new Venom movie last night. I don't know, has anybody else seen the new Venom movie? Is anyone interested in seeing the new Venom movie? Does that work? Yeah, it works. So if we go in here and we just... Actually, what I could do, I don't even think I need to worry about erasing anything. Because like I can just knock these layers off. Knock these layers off. What did I do to my fill setting to screw that up? I screwed up my fill setting. There's area scaling. Okay, I turned off my area scaling. That's what I did. I did that for a reason because I was trying to do pixel art fills. Oh, I turned off because the pixel art fill for the creatures for the when I did the haunted house and the Chibi Derpus reveal, for Haiti Cats, I'm still really appreciative of Haiti Cat for that, letting me use his art for that stream. And I'm really appreciative of Arcane as well, because he actually drew the gang of kids there. Like, I'd asked him 2 weeks before, and so he was really fast on getting to me. I really appreciate that. For two things, it is the fear of what they don't understand and ability to not understand. Yeah, we're pretty, and I would actually argue it'd be our fear and our curiosity, which are paradoxical in nature. But yeah, for those of you who are interested in seeing the Venom movie, if you're going to go see it and you're a comic book nerd who knows the storyline that they are drawing from, you're going to be very disappointed. But if you go into it knowing that this is a Venom movie made without access to the rest of the Marvel movie, particularly because you got to remember this was a Venom created without Spider-Man, which is just a whole other kind of Venom. It's a good way to end the trilogy. That's what I will say about that without spoiling anything. It is a good movie in a vacuum. But if you expected it to be oh, I can't remember the name of this. King in Black. If you expected it to be the full King in Black storyline, you are absolutely delusional and delulu, because the King in Black storyline of the comics, for those of you who don't know, took like all of Marvel to solve. Like all the characters in Marvel to solve. It was a huge crossover event. Yeah. No. So yeah, that's not going to happen in the movie theater. It really is hit or miss with some, it really is. I will say, like I said, I would watch it again. It was good enough that I would watch it again. It is, I don't want to call it an action comedy, because it is definitely more comedy than action. They draw on the King in Black storyline, but they can't actually do the King in Black storyline, because the King in Black storyline actually involved like Eddie Brock, the Uniforce, Thor's hammer, Captain America. Like, it took like a bunch of characters and iconic items to beat the King in Black. Sorry if I'm spoiling a like 5-year-old comic book story arc. Sony made both Morbius and yeah, I know, that's the hilarious thing is Sony is just like hit or miss. Does not it is a roll of a D20. Sony rolls a D20 and decides whether or not that, like, the Madam Web movies were absolute trash, because they kept, and I think this is Sony's biggest problem is I think they're being disingenuous to the storylines of the movies. I think instead of hinting at all these amazing comic book moments in the trailers for movies, treat them like the Joker movies, okay? Treat them as one-shots in a separate universe, and I think you'll be fine. Like, Joker did amazing. Joker 2 did not, because the director basically had a temper tantrum and like shot his own movie in the foot, because he was a salty little baby that his movie did well, and why you would do that. I guess because he got forced to make the second one and he didn't want to. He wanted to make a self-contained story, which actually I kind of respect. When you don't want to, like, you have something that's good as is and you're being forced to add on to it because of contractual obligations, that can be frustrating. This is gonna go below layer 7. Layer 8 is, nope, layer 7 though is going to get a layer below it, because this will be the color layer. But yeah, it was a good, entertaining movie. I would happily see it again. But I think Sony needs to be a little more genuine in its trailers. And maybe try and do things, because they don't have access. They only have access to Spider-Man. Like, I know if some people have said, like, hey, why doesn't Sony just, like, let Marvel use the character? And I'm like, I don't like that idea, but I like to see different minds working on things in different ways. Plus, I think Sony makes absolutely fantastic Spider-Man games. Oh, so it just like Megamind, the second one. Yeah, basically, yeah. Joker 2 is very much a... It was made, like, the director wanted to make a Joker movie. That was great. They were super happy with what they produced. It did well. Things were fantastic. Fans became super attached to it and the character and wanted a second one. Sony had dollar signs in their eyes and was like, we're going to do this. Or not Sony, DC, sorry, had dollar signs in their eyes. They're like, we're going to do this. We're going to make a second one. And the director was like, I don't want to do this. And the whole movie is basically the director channeling his frustrations through the Joker character, where Joker's like, I don't want to be the Joker anymore. And Harley Quinn is there forcing him to try and be the Joker. Like, it is kind of bonkers. So yeah, it is unfortunate for the director, but yeah, you just say it never really happened. Like, it doesn't. Like, it didn't want to be made. The director didn't want to make it. I don't know if the actors wanted to make it or not. I know, I think Joaquin Phoenix got like a metric boatload of money dumped on his doorstep to make it. So I can't really blame him, right? Like, did I never did. Okay. Open graphic work. Models. Chibi Derpus. I'm still working on the Chibi Derpus model, by the way, but we're here visiting Chibi Derpus because I want that mouth color. Oh, yeah. And then... Oh, before I forget, I want to add these colors to my palette because those are the Chibi Derpus. What are you talking about? There is no Joker. Exactly. There was never another Joker. There's only the one movie. It's all good. By the way, sneak peek. I am still, like I said, I'm still working on the Chibi Derpus model. I've recently added. Where are they? Where's my eyes? I don't remember where my eyes are. Eyes are here. Added the surprise expression. I want to rig that and add it to his list of emotions. I think it'll be a little cooler. I also want to figure out how to make him jiggle. Like when I turn left or right, like it's cool he turns left or right, but I think it'd be kind of cool if he had like a little jiggle to him when he moved. I also want something that I don't know if it's possible, but I want it to be that when I lift my head up and I open my mouth happily, I want his fins to wiggle. I don't know if that's a thing you can do, though. But I think that would be really cool if I could do that. It's an idea I had. I don't know how it's going to work. But also, fun fact, his sad emote was supposed to have tears. But I couldn't rig the tears because the tears ran into layering issues in the program and never really worked right. So tears never got added to poor LoDurisLP. He got watery eyes instead. And I think the watery eyes look better. Like, I think this is better as a sad than with the tears. Although the tears do kind of look cool because you can add them to different emotions to create new emotions, you know? But yeah, that's sort of the idea with the building there. Let's close this. Don't save. Hey, would it be funny if Pato became AV tier with the whole lack of face and all that? You could do it. There are people that do things like that. And in fact, it would be kind of original and creative if you did do something like that. So if you did something like the question, you could do like, if you don't know who the question is, just Google the question, DC Comics. He is a guy with no face, although he was kind of a messed up superhero. I really like him. I cosplayed him once. He has no face. He has no mouth. He has nothing. But like when they animated him in the Justice League cartoons, they would have his jaw move up and down as a way to show that he was talking. And they used the shadows, the natural shadows of the human face to show like directions on whether he was looking left or right. I think that would be an interesting and kind of cool VTuber concept, actually, to be completely faceless, and like the stupid things you could do with it and have fun with, like just like brainstorming right now, like you could do stupid stuff like you know, when like people fall asleep and you draw on their faces with markers, you could do that kind of thing to, like, if you really wanted to add a facial expression to them. I think that would be neat. This thing is just drawing angry eyebrows and stuff. Yeah, like you could do. Yeah, like you could do. There's a whole bunch of things. Like you're really only limited by your imagination and your willingness to learn. Like building this LoDurisLP, like it took three model versions to try and get to this point because I had such a hard time building and rigging and figuring things out, or I would figure something out and then realize the way I rigged it didn't work anymore and I have to start over again. Hey Alex, welcome to the stream. How you doing? You're not that late. Actually, truthfully, I was like 2-3 minutes late. I don't know if Burning's still here or Amherst. I think Rasto's gone as well, but Rasto was here and I was like 2-3 minutes late. So yeah, no, totally me, Alex. Totally me, not you at all. But yeah, that'd be a really cool, I don't know, VTube studio, but would it be possible to make like little animations, like swiping their face to erase stuff? Oh, I think you could. I think you could create you would do it in live 2D, and I'm pretty sure you could create an animation that so like LoDurisLP's little tentacles wiggling back and forth slowly is a looped animation, but you could create a trigger or create an animation of like the hand coming up over the face and either wiping away the expression or putting the expression on. And yeah, you could totally do that. You could totally rig in Live 2D an animation for that, and then in VTube Studio, you would set the shortcut that you want that animation to activate on, and you would have it activate whenever you did a like a change in expression. Like I'm pretty sure you could do it. Wait, is PNG or the PNG is the transparent one? You would use a PNG. JPEGs will not do transparency. I think no, I don't. JPEG won't do transparency. If it's already transparent, JPEG will be okay. But if no, I don't think it will either. It might depend on the program you're using. I'm not sure. But yeah, you could totally do it. It is it is. That's actually a really cool idea for a VTuber, actually, to have like the blank face and then just have like the hand come up, kind of like. Let's pull up that. So you would have. The face here, right? And then would have this hand animation. Where the wrist would come, you'd have kind of like this, where it would sweep over this way, and then you would have like, and I think it could be absolutely hilarious. He's just like the stupidest drawings for the faces, which would just add to the charm and the hilarity, where you could have like almost like a child's drawing for like the surprise face. You don't actually need, so I will say this, you don't need a great PC to be able to rig and run a VTuber model. I will say that. A friend of mine has it is now an 11-year-old laptop. It is an absolute snail. She is currently rigging in there. It takes a little longer to do things. But she's doing pretty good right now. Yeah, she's got I think it's like an i5 Intel processor. Like, and they're at like i9 right now. Or like, I think they're like i9. But yeah, I will say, and I won't lie, it takes her a lot longer to do things than it does me. Because I made sure I got a high-end laptop. Because I like streaming. And I have a job that allowed me to afford to buy it. So I did. But like, it'll take longer, but you can do it. Because I know just like for her animating the art mesh and the deformers, when she uses the deformers to change the shape of whatever object she's doing in live 2D, it takes like a second. Whereas for me, it's just like almost instantaneous. So also you could keep the size down, which would also keep your speeds up. But wouldn't it still need a WC for like 72 different animations? So you shouldn't, because what you can do, like a lot of streamers don't have good PCs. A lot of little indie streamers don't have great PCs. It's something they end up saving up for. You can do this pretty cheap if you're willing to put in a little work, like design the model yourself. There's a bunch of free ones online you can get actually. What is the website? Booth, I think the website's called. You can find it there. I think if you just Google like free VTuber models, you can get one there. But if you run VTube Studio outside of Steam without the Steam client, you can also save a lot of resources on your PC that way. But there are ways to work around it. Like I said, my friend does not have a good PC. She usually streams. She hasn't recently because like she had a baby. But she was streaming the Sonic games. She's a speedrunner. So, but yeah, she like speedruns Sonic. So like her PC is not the greatest. She can't play Guild Wars 2 on it anymore because it's just too slow and chunky. But like, yeah, she can stream. She can run a VTube Studio. She's rigging in live 2D. I've actually been helping her whenever she'll send me a message and be like, I'm doing this thing. What's happening? What is it? Why is it not working? And I'm like, I know that mistake. I have made that mistake many, many a time. Move this here. I'm a VTuber. Do it. Start off small. Like I said, I will say from my own experience, you can do this cheap. You can do this relatively easy. You can do it with your PC. Yeah, like the main things are, like I said, VTube Studio can be run outside of Steam. There's 100 tutorials on how to do it online. You can figure that out. That'll help you save resources on your PC. PodTuber, if you will. I'm glad. You can do what I did. I started off as what is I have learned called a PNG tuber, where you just have like the little icon in the corner, and then you can Live 2D. You can use the free version of Live 2D to actually rig the model. It's a little more time consuming because there's a lot of shortcuts you get in the paid version. But again, if you don't have the money, use the free version. You can rig your own model. Don't want to rig your own model? Go on websites like, I'm pretty sure it's Booth. I got to look this up right now. Google. VTuber models. You can get like free assets. Was it Booth? Yeah, you'd have to run the website through a translator because it is in Japanese. But I'm just looking at it right now. There's like a bunch of assets. There's models. The only thing is, if you're going with a free model, just remember you don't have the, like, you don't own the rights to it in terms of art. So if you want to do any like kind of merchandising, you would have to get permission from the artist. And typically, I don't know how hard that is because I've never done it. It would depend upon the artist. So the purple ball move around for 2 hours. You know what? They could. People find it interesting. Like, add jiggle physics to that purple ball, and it's basically a booba. But yeah, like it's not hard. There's ways to get around and a way to do everything. I really like the idea, by the way. Yeah, like just doing the hand wipe thing would be absolutely hilarious as a VTuber. Like, you could, yeah, like it would just be stupid. And you wouldn't have to worry about rigging a mouth. Like the most complicated thing you'd have to do would just be as the head moves left to right. Just making sure the shadows and the head shape reflect the I don't draw people very well, right? But as the head moves, making sure that that head shape shifts to the shape of the head as it moves, right? No, it's a hard ball. If it was soft, my insides would get mushed. This is true. It could be like a bug, though. They wouldn't get mushed. But yeah, I think that would be a really cool VTuber idea. I would actually really like to see that. And like, you could have, I literally could just do like a dummy head. You don't even have to put like hair on it. That's terrible hair that I've drawn. Just undo that one. Yeah, and I think just having the hand go over, and this would just be this would be an animation, right? Ah, piss. That's all on the wrong level. Merge. And then layer 10. But I think that would be a really cool like concept. Hey, Bray. What happens if your father... I would be very sad. I'd be very, very sad. As much as my father drives me crazy, I love him. I used to do that, actually. Kept me entertained. Even better, just a purple ball. You could have the purple ball. I think if it is just a purple ball, you would need to do something to make the ball emote, you know, to be able to show an expression, to be able to react. Oh, because that's not. Okay, that's all there. Good. Bug, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're just working on the next emote, the face palm. We're just coloring in and making sure I'm on the right layer. Doing this a super lazy way I can. And now, and here's where my brilliance comes in, just so you know. Please, we need here. I don't really have a chibi voice. I don't know how one does a chibi voice. What is a chibi voice? How would you be the chibi voice? I don't really know. I don't really do. I used to try and do voices when I was younger, but I stopped. I want layer 5. Do I want layer 5? I want layer 4. Okay. So if we select, I can do this. I don't know what that was the sketch layer. I can go to this layer. Where's the icon? Delete. 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 Wait. Is that face palmy enough? I should add some stuff to it. For a chibi voice, you just talk in the most annoying way you can imagine, and it's 50%. I suppose that is one way. Oh, I don't want to do voices. I don't do voices. I only do voices when I play D&D or like D&D-esque things. Like during the haunted house thing, I did the voices. But yeah, I'm not a voice person. What is clip that? I think where would this? What is clip to layer below? Yeah. Oh, that's layer 7. That's why I can't. Okay, yeah. It's layer 9. There we go. Players, service you missed. 2 Roblox, 1 had doors. Really? Doors was part of it. When they do an event on Roblox, how do they do it? Is it like a like a server-wide kind of thing, or like a game event? Like, I'm not really sure how they would do that. Now this should. Just a little bit. No. A little bit of shadow. I don't think that's too bad? I don't know. I'm kind of... it's like stuff where you teleport to the game. Huh, interesting. It's kind of cool that they, like, recognize the horror games. Okay, let's... We're going to file new 480 by 480. We're going to copy the Control C, Control V, and then we're going to hide this. And we're actually going to folder this. That is caps lock. And then we're going to edit, transform, scale. Ooh, no, cancel. Okay. Does this scale? And if my math is right, we just go to 10. File. Edit. Where's the change element story? Change campus size. So that's what the emote would look like. Does that look like a facepalm emote to you guys? Fun fact, I'm Texan. Very nice. I actually work with a guy from Texas. He's very nice. I like him. He shoots a lot. You should totally make a Skullderpus where it's just an octopus skeleton. They barely... I don't think... technically, octopuses don't have skeletons. They're just like muscle and flesh. They're the beaks of the skeleton of the octopuses are the things that get fossilized and skeletonized. Like, that's the only real skeleton they have, is that beak. So it would just be a beak. It says here, I can't create a... No, you don't use VTube Studio to make the model. You use Live 2D to... So here's how it works. If you're going to make your own model, you draw the model yourself, or get somebody else to draw it. You then have to rig it, which is done in Live 2D. And you can either do that yourself or, again, get somebody to do it. And then once the model is rigged, you load it into VTube Studio and use either your webcam or I forget what model of iPhone it is. I think maybe the Google Pixel can do it too. But you can hook it up and that will register your facial emotions and expressions as you talk. And that's how the model, you go from like drawing to like a very, rushed explanation. There is a small... Is there really? I had no idea. That I actually didn't know. You're not going to your door? No, you're not, because I don't hear anything. I would know. There is a small... Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I know with cuttlefish, they have like the cuttle bone. I wonder if the line should be thicker. Yeah, I've heard of octopus can fit anywhere. Their beak can fit because they're... Yup, it is. It's true. They can, like, a friend of a friend of mine used to work at an aquarium, and she would tell me all the nightmare stories of finding the octopus in random fish tanks when they'd come in if they didn't, like, seal the top of the octopus tank, because it would just climb out and go to the other aquariums and eat all the fish. Play Final Fantasy? Which Final Fantasy? There's like 16 of them now. And realistically, I don't really have too much of an interest in playing the MMO. I've never been interested in the Final Fantasy MMO. I think Final Fantasy VI is my favorite. Also, I really like Final Fantasy 1, but only because I was stupid, and the first time I played it, I didn't know you could equip gear, because I was like a dumb little child and just played the game naked and was like, man, this game is super hard. It's because I was fighting everything naked with my fists. To rig, or would the animations be done differently? You would need to learn how to rig. I don't know of any other programs where you can create the animations, because Live2D actually has like all the physics in it that you can do. So you'd have to learn that. Like that's what I've been learning. Nice thing is there's a boatload of tutorials on what you can and cannot do and how to do things. I played Team Fortress 2 already. I don't really kind of want to play it again. I had fun. I might play it by myself, but it's not something on stream I'm going to play, because it does require a lot of paying attention, and I can't pay attention to the game and chat. Sounds good. Good luck. I wish you the best. Remember, you can get the free version. But is this, by the way, while we're here, is this an acceptable face palm? Here, we can try. File, save as, PNG, emotes, facepalm. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna go into the YouTube Studio. We will play Astroneer. We actually did play. I was playing Astroneer, but I stopped playing because of Halloween and Spooky Month. So I do want to get into it. I was enjoying playing the game. Figured out how to do a little more in it, so it was a little more exciting. I was a little bored of it until somebody told me that you can actually leave the planet, and then I got excited because I thought it was just the one planet you were on, and this is kind of a boring thing to do. Customize. Oh, geez. Oh, I'm so sad. It is now a new month, and because it is a new month, I am now short members to get another emoji. Oh, YouTube. You're great. I was going to do emote now. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Well, that's fine. If we ever meet the threshold again, I will upload. That's annoying. That is kind of annoying. Wow. Dead Cells is a great game. I want to play it again, actually. I want to try and beat the game on 5 boss cells being hit rather than hitting itself. Does it? That makes me kind of sad. Does it? Kind of. I wonder if I should create more. I wonder if we should thicken the. How do I do that again? Line width. Oh, that's how. 5. Thicken that line. And then thicken correction that line. Does that maybe help? Out of disappointment, looks like more surprised. Yeah, I think the thicker line helps that stand out a little more. But I think if I add, if I increase this shadow here, it might look more like... So maybe that's what I need to do? Something like that? Not really noticeable at all, unfortunately. Friday Night Funkin' I played, and I'm terrible. I actually was one of the backers on the Kickstarter, and I've been waiting to find out when the game is gonna like actually get my copy of the game. Like, they sent out the CD, which is cool, but like I would like the game to come out because that was like 4 years ago. So that's a little upsetting that game has kind of been in limbo and void, and I haven't heard. Actually, let's be disappointed and Google that now. Right. Because yeah, I haven't heard anything from them in a while. Oh, there's an update on the Kickstarter. July, yeah. So July was the last time I heard from them as to what was going on. So... yeah, like... yeah, so July was the last time I heard from anything about them. Rogue Legacy, I actually have played the first and the second one, Bray. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of you on this. I have already played these games. They're good games. Rogue Legacy was really good, and I really liked Rogue Legacy 2 because it took a lot of the stuff in Rogue Legacy 1 that I didn't like, got rid of it, and improved the stuff I did like. So they did a really good job on it. It is basically Blender in 2D. Yeah, it's not that much different from Blender. I think I don't know Blender very well. I've only like taken like a surface look at Blender, but it does very much look like Blender in 3D. The difference is, like, in Blender you can build the shapes and do, like, I think you can do rigging in there. In Live 2D it's only just the rigging and the animation. The drawing is done in a separate program. So Transistor, played it. It was actually one of the first games I played. It is also probably one of my favorite games. It is an absolutely fantastic soundtrack. I think the music's beautiful. I think Supergiant Games did a great job. I love the hook at the end. Yeah, all in all, very impressive game. Very well done. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anyone who wants to play it, because like I said, it is probably one of my top 10 favorite games, probably top 5 favorite games. Fall Guys, we haven't played that in a while. We should play that again. It was a fun multiplayer game to play. I'm bad at it. ENXC was really good at it. So it is sorry, just making an adjustment here to cut off. Yeah, that looks better. Let's see. Control V. Pardon me. Delete folder. And then we're going to make a folder here. Pop these in here. Delete the ruler. Shrink this. We're going to edit transform scale. I think that works. I think that works as a facepalm. I played Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 from start to finish. All the DLCs. Those are fantastic games as well. I do love Souls-like games. I love Elden Ring. Elden Ring's another good Souls-like game that I really love. I haven't played Bloodborne yet, but it's not available on PC, and I don't know if it's ever going to be. But if it is, the minute it is, I will play it. Sekiro, I have not played. I own, but I'm scared to play because from what I've been told, the game requires a lot of parrying, and I don't do well at parrying. So, did you get Live 2D from the legitimate site? Because I didn't have that issue. I played Portal 1 and 2. Everybody loves the space balls. Name all the souls? What, you mean like the various little souls you pick up to like get XP from? Like Souls of a Lost Night, things like that? Yeah, Live 2D Cubism, that's what I'm using. I didn't have that issue when I... That is really weird. Why would you get that? Yeah, that's really weird. I got the usual Windows, this program is asking to make changes, would you like to? Yes or no? And I go yes, and then it installs. That's like pretty standard for Windows. DLC Quest, also a game I played, really good. Not the greatest. I like the... I really like the commentary it made on video game design and publishing at the time. I thought that was really well done. Wasn't a very complex game, though, and didn't take very long. I think it was like 2 streams at most. Because there's also DLC Quest 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think it just might be a Windows thing, like Windows just being Windows. Change canvas size 48 by 48. I think that's a good facepalm. I think that's a neat facepalm. I think that works. Evoland, also played it. Sorry. That one was actually kind of cool with like the way the graphics got better. I thought that one was really neat. I thought that was a neat shtick that games should be that games can use. The Messenger was another good game that made use of graphics quality changes, where in the past you were in 8-bit, but in the future you were in 16-bit. I thought that was a really cool stick. Also, writing in the Messenger is fantastic. Anyone who needs a good Metroidvania to play, do it. Do it. It is good. Writing is fantastic. It doesn't really add anything much to the genre of the Metroidvania. Pretty standard Metroidvania game, but it is... like the writing alone is absolutely fantastic and well worth the game. Like I will recommend it to everybody. Yeah, I think this is a good facepalm. Okay, we got a facepalm. Save as. Yes. So we got a facepalm. We made an emote. We have gotten there. And I just do the art and then begin worrying. Yeah, like, and keep in mind when you are doing the art, like if, here, let me load up Chibi Derpus for a sec. File, open, graphic work, models. you'll want to do things in layers. So like the right eye is a layer, the left eye is a layer. The mouth top is a layer, the mouth bottom is a layer. Where is... So like just keep everything to its own layer. It will make things easier for you in the end. In this one, I'm checking your playlist so you can rate games you played. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was fun. I liked Shovel Knight. I didn't play the DLC, though, of Plague Knight, but I thought Shovel Knight was really good. I liked the novelty of having to jump on things. Kind of reminded me of, like, the old DuckTales games. Even shadow, yeah, even my shadows are a... So if we look here, like... So here's my main body. Right? And then I've got the shadow for the body. I've got the fins have their own shadow. Each leg has its own shadow. Kingdom was a fun game. Kingdom was a fun game. It got really, like, once... it was a really cool tower defense style game. I loved the pixel art. Oh, yeah, he's in, like... So LoDurisLP is, like... So if you look here... on the right hand side, so there's the main body. So I used what's called an underfill for each of the layers, so I didn't have to, but I'd never used them and wanted to try them, and I had heard that using an underfill layering system was better for more complex things, so like the tentacles. It worked out really well, but I didn't need to do it for the main body. But yeah, he is, like, the fins are each piece. So yeah, it's not actual line art for LoDurisLP. It is an underfill layer that is slightly bigger than the color layer. And it gives the illusion of line art, but it's not line art. And you don't need to do this for everything, but more complex things that move a lot, so like the tentacles move a lot, the underfill is really good. Undertale, I really liked Undertale. I thought it was a really cool game. I did a basic blind run of the first playthrough where I killed some people, then tried not to kill people. I haven't been able to do I've done the pacifist run on my own, but I haven't been able to do a genocide run because I feel like an absolute monster murdering the people. No, I don't think you need to underfill the ball. I think the ball, you can get away with just line art and be fine. Like I said, I wanted to try underfill because I had read it was better for more complex objects, and I wasn't sure how complex they meant. But having done it, like the body of LoDurisLP doesn't need an underfill. I could have done line art, but the tentacles are all underfill, and I would definitely do underfill for the tentacles because the process in Live 2D, I don't know if it's like that in Blender, but there's something called skinning. And skinning lets you move more complex shapes smoother. I found with the underfill, there was less line distortion in the tentacles by doing an underfill. So Minecraft is good. I actually started YouTubing with Minecraft. It is a fun, like my very first video is a Minecraft video of me testing out how to record Minecraft. I do love Minecraft. My only complaint about Minecraft, it's far too grindy for my life right now. I want to play it, but the amount of work I have to put into it, even just being in a creative mode, kind of is exhausting. So yeah. That is me in Nova Scotia. I actually went to Nova Scotia. I recorded. I tried to do like a travel vlog kind of thing. I thought it would be a neat thing to do. Bato! We just played that yesterday. You know that. Rasto, you're still here. Yeah, Minecraft, like, I really like Minecraft. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, my main complaint is it's so grindy, and with like doing everything for the channel and streaming, I don't have, especially with like trying to work on stuff in the background and building this new model, I didn't have time to play Minecraft. Goner, haven't played Goner yet. Have I played Goner? I don't remember Goner if I played it. I apologize about that. I don't actually remember playing that. I know I own it. I believe it's a roguelike shooter? I'm not sure. Should I even make a neck hole? I don't think you need to make a neck hole. I think you could just have a floating ball on a body and it would actually be... I think I like the idea of a floating head on a floating ball on a body much better than it with a neck, if that makes sense. Death Road to Canada is amazing. It is super hard. You should play it. It is funny as all hell. It is... there's a bunch of Canadian references in there that if you're not Canadian, you're probably not going to get, but it's a fun, stupid... It's like, have you ever played... what the hell is it called? It's an old school... You died of dysentery. What the hell is it called? The Trail? Arizona Trail, something? The Pentagon Trail? The... What? What is it called? What is it called? The Oregon Trail! That's what it's called, the Oregon Trail. It's a lot like the Oregon Trail, but Canada and zombies. Do you have Binding of... I do. Binding of Isaac is one of those games that I really love, and then hate, and then love again. I will play it, it's amazing, I love it, and then I'm just like, nope, I'm done with it, I hate the game, I'm done. No, I mean the whole neck of the suit, like... Oh! Yeah, actually, you totally should do that. You should totally do that. 100%, you should do the neck hole of the suit and have people be able to see in that there's nothing there and just have people wondering how. Like, don't ever answer it. Just have people accept the fact that there is somehow this suit is filled out and has hands or whatever, but there is nothing in it, and just have people curious. You can have people just make up lore for that. Like, River City Ransom's a really good game. My only complaint about River City Ransom, which might actually be solved by now, is I got hit with my very first copyright strike because of that, because of an issue with the composer and the company. The composer was putting copyright strikes on anybody who was streaming or recording the game. And I had to just like stop playing the game on stream and for recordings, because I almost lost my channel because of this person who was having a fight with the company, the production company, and instead of being an adult and going to court and, you know, talking with these people about what their issue was, decided to just copyright strike all the people who were covering the game, which is not how you do it. Do pros and cons? I think it's a fun little shooter, or not sure, a fun little beat 'em up fighting game. It's got a good design. River City Ransom, the one I did the playthrough of, is a great homage to the original game. Don't expect anything complex out of it. It's just a fun beat 'em up kind of game. But my worry is that if I do that, then my chat would probably be like, show hole. You know what? Roll with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. Like, that is all I can suggest. You will always have people who are like degens in chat and just kind of like accept them. Bending the Ink Machine was good. I started playing it as the episodes were being released, and I lost interest in episode 3, I think it was, because the wait between episodes was so long. I just kind of forgot about the game. I also got tired of spending the money because it was like $20 an episode. And by that point, I had spent $60, and they're like, and there's 2 more episodes. I'm like, I'm not spending $100 on this game. It's not worth $100. Your story isn't interesting enough. I'm sorry. It was good, but I wouldn't recommend it. It was kind of meh. Machine was very, yeah, like that's Pato's got it hands down. It was very good until it wasn't. And it was chapter 3 where I went, nah, it's not interesting enough. Sir, You Were Being Hunted is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. It's a fun survival style game. In this like post-apocalyptic dystopian world where you are literally being hunted by robots who are dressed up like cliche British huntsmen with cliche British robot dogs, and they're hunting you down and you're trying to survive. I'd never beaten the game. It was just stupid fun. It was entertaining. I would like to stream Binding Eyes again. I don't know when I'll do it, but like I will definitely stream it again. Like I said, it's one of those games where I am wholly in love with it and then will drop it like a hot potato and not care about it. For Sir, You're Being Hunted, there's no cons. No, it was a fun game. It was well done. I never beat it. It was just fun to play. I don't remember how many hours I got out of it. It was just fun to play. The third one was the worst chapter, but 5 was also... See, and that's just it. Like, you can't have... If you are going to separate your story into chapters and you're going to do 5 chapters, you have to follow, at least in my opinion, your bad chapters should be chapters 2 and 4. Because they're the filler chapters because you've got 1 is your beginning where you're going to hook them. 2, you're going to build it up. 3 is your climax of the revelation. 4 is working towards resolution, and then 5 gives you the resolution. I felt their climax was kind of meh, and I just lost interest in it. Play Finding Frankie. What is Finding Frankie? I don't know what that is. Actually, hold on a sec. I need to get a drink. I've been talking a lot. 1 sec. I'll leave the music going. Be right back. So I think the emote is done. I'm not sure. Like, we open. That's not it. Just the emote. Like, it'll be shrunk down to there. That's a giant ass zoom. Oop. Oh, God. You can do this, Loduris. You can do this. So about that size, it kind of looks like... I wonder if the slap should be bigger. I'm not sure. Pixel Art King, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thinking y'all talking about Poppy Playtime, but I heard Bendy. Yeah. Is that parkour horror? Interesting. Hyperlight Drifter was fun. It was actually kind of hard in the beginning. I didn't quite understand how the movement went. But I like it. It's really good. Definitely would recommend it to people. I think the pixel art is absolutely... Oh, chef's kiss. So good. So, it's fun, but it's too expensive for me seeing how it's about 2 hours. Yeah, that's the other thing with Bendy. It's so expensive for such a short game. That's why I just couldn't justify it. Okay, We Happy Few is something I have issues with. We Happy Few in its alpha and its beta was a fantastic survival game in a dystopian future, and it was super creepy, and they did a great job. And then Gearbox got involved, and they made it into this like BioShock-esque style game with this massive overarching story, and I got bored of it because they stripped out a bunch of the crafting and the survival aspect of it. It just sucked. It really sucked. They took what I thought had a really great crafting element to it, and they're like, oh, now there's boss fights, and there's this, and there's that. And we're like, I didn't want it. I just wanted to try and survive a dystopian future, not fight a boss and get a story and a resolution. And its humor in it is really well done. I think the character design is hilarious. Yeah, it really upset me that the I think it fell prey to the same issue that Starbound fell to, where they promised something and then in the final version stripped back all the stuff so that they could drip feed it later. Like, it really bothered me just to buy the game, but I never, because of that. Yeah, like, it's really upsetting that they did that with Bendy. I was just talking about We Happy Few there. We Happy Few is the game that I'm like upset about, and because it was good in its beta and its alpha, and then Gearbox got involved and it got bad. Would have been way better if this. Yeah, like that's the other thing. The randomizing does not work in that. Like that is the big problem with that game. Why they decided they needed to randomize that did not make sense to me. Like, it just, there was so many design questions. Cuphead's great. Cuphead is fantastic. It's a great shooter. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Multiplayer, I've never got to play. I think multiplayer would be a hilarious thing to do. Yeah, I love the cartoon style. The fact that everything is hand animated just makes me fall in love with the game. Yeah, it is just such a good game. Guild Wars is my favorite MMO. I'm a sucker. I still play. Whenever I get a chance, I run World v World with my guild. I love them to bits. They're wonderful people. Yeah, that's the MMO I play. Like, cities are obviously random without thought behind them, especially the ones that are based on. Yeah, like, that's just it. That was the other thing that bothered me about it. I will answer Gunpoint in a sec. Let me get a drink. My throat's starting to get a little tired. One sec. All right, I'm back. I just grabbed a can of apple juice. That'll work for me. Ooh, as I'm tangled up in wires. Have trail markers. What's a trail marker? Are you talking about the little eggs? In this chat, it is a members only stream, so everybody should have an egg of some point. But Gunpoint's a fantastic puzzle game. You wouldn't think it's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game. It's all about figuring out the timings and how to get through the levels. Trailmakers is a game I do not know of this. What kind of game is it? But Gunpoint, fantastic puzzle game. Really enjoyed the story. Kind of a good story, actually. Yeah, no, story was kind of good. Pixel art. I'm a sucker for pixel art. What can I say? But yeah, I really love the puzzle aspect of solving everything. I thought it was really well done. Would recommend to anybody who would enjoy something like that. What is The Witness? I do not know The Witness. Oh, you're feeling pretty proud of yourself now. I said that. Are you pixel art? Is my favorite game ever. Really? Secret of Mana? Secret of Mana is... Okay, the remake is good. It's a little unstable. I don't know if they fixed that. I played it when it came out. Glad I made you happy, pixel art. But it's true, pixel art is amazing stuff. It is very simple and not a confusing puzzle game. Interesting. But Secret of Mana, I played that on the Super Nintendo, and I was super excited to do the remake. Not as good as the original, I will say that. It is a fine interpretation of the original, but there are certain things they cut out that really upset me. It is It's super pretty. A lot of fun. Still fun. Same great story. But there was some mechanics in the original game they got rid of that made the remake worse and a lot grindier and not as fun. Because you used to be able to do in the original, you could do magic spam, where you could stack spells on top of each other to do like exponential damage. Which obviously made some bosses super easy. But I would rather have seen the bosses have a higher HP pool and still allow spell stacking. Because some bosses were just annoying to hit with weapons. Like there was one, it's called an axe beak. It was annoying in the original game to hit with weapons, and it is even more annoying to hit in the remake with weapons. So Carrion's a great game. It's fun being the bad guy. Eat all the people. Nom 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 nom. It's a fun game. 100% recommend to people. If you want to be the bad guy, it's great. Cookie Clicker. I don't know if I played Cookie Clicker, actually. I don't think I have. I've seen people do playthroughs of it, but I don't think I played it myself. You should play The Looker. It's a funny game that is a sequel of The Witness, but about The Witness. Interesting. Okay, Trials of Mana, I have not played yet. Did I buy it yet? I don't think I bought it yet. I think it's on my wish list. I want to get it. Wait, did I buy it already? I may have bought it and have not played it yet. I actually have to look at my Steam library right now. Yeah, I bought it. I haven't played it yet. Or no, I have played this. Oh, no, I have played this. Wait, which one's this? Oh! No, this is a really good game. This was actually a really well done mana game. The voice acting is actually good in the... Like, it's actually really good for the English voice acting. I was surprised by that. My one complaint about it is to fully beat the game, you have to beat it 3 times. Characters are absolutely adorable. Art's amazing. There's some really sussy things at times. But it was a fun game. Yeah, like it was a lot of fun. I kind of want to play it again now. It doesn't have like a complex story. It's like a your standard like RPG save the world kind of thing. Like I can't really say much more than that. Yeah, I did just check my playlist. I own it. I forgot I own it. It's Visions of Mana. That's the new one that came out. That's the one I want to buy, but I have not bought yet. I'm a big fan of the mana games. What? What? That's a lot of hours on... Wait, are you actively playing Cookie Clicker or are you walking away? Because I know some people get like auto clickers and just do that as a way to play Cookie Clicker. I don't really count that as playing the game. Clicker on Steam or no? It is on Steam, okay. I have not played The Looker, no. 295 hours in the last week. Jeezers. Finally a con. Blasphemous. Pros. Pixel art's fantastic. Music is amazing. Love the use of Catholic imagery and mythos to create a horrifying little world. Most of the spells are useless. So cons are most of the abilities are absolutely useless. Just hit things with a sword and you win. Spells are cool, but just heal yourself and save the mana for just hit things. So that was kind of the con. You get some really cool abilities, but they're not really. They're not as good as just hitting things with a sword until it dies. I'm playing right now. Oh my god. Well, kind of just buying a few things now and then. Ascended again. Not too long. Damn. Takes 40, but also over 200 years. Also stalking the stock market. Stalking the stock market? How do you stalk the stock market? ActRaiser. Oh my god, I love ActRaiser. I have issues. I love ActRaiser. It's a good game. It is like my favorite. So it is this weird combination of like a Sim City and side-scrolling action arcade game. It is the most bipolar game you were ever gonna play. Oh, wait, Cookie Clicker has a stock market? Really? That's kind of cool. I'm not muted. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? I'm not muted. Muted? Mic's on. Let me check. Hello? No, I'm not muted. Okay, you got me. No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? No. Okay, I'm turning my stream up. I'm muted. Stop saying. Okay, you got me there. Yeah, that's what I heard there. I'm not muted. You totally got me. But ActRaiser is a lot of fun. ActRaiser is, like I said, it's this bizarre bipolar game where like you're taking care of the world in a SimCity style thing, getting rid of monsters and monster layers and building up civilizations. And in doing so, you level your character up so you're more powerful when you do the wandering side-scrolling action-adventure style of the game. It's just so bizarre, but it's a lot of fun. And also, there's something weirdly satisfying about playing God and using lightning to just you can. What can I say? About the stock market, next thing you're going to say is that he doesn't even know about the farm. There's a farm minigame. See, I know nothing of Cookie Clicker, so I know absolutely nothing. I know there's like grandmas in it or something, and you click and get cookies, and that's all I got. That's all I know. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm living in a land of ignorance. A land of ignorance. Let's... there. You there, close you off. Perfect. And then let's... No, not that. New layer on top. Try to run something else. No one tell about the apocalypse. The apocalypse, is it coming? Are we all gonna die? Should I ready myself for the end of days? Soul Blazer. Soul Blazer is another game I absolutely love. It is fantastic. Actually, fun fact: ActRaiser, Soul Blazer, and Illusions of Gaia all take place in the same world. Soul Blazer, again, it's one of those you release people, you build up cities that level you up, they get you items. It's a good, solid game. It's really short. Cons, I would have to say, is your movement, because it's an older SNES game, your movement is up, down, left, right. There's no angles. The game would be amazing if you could like do angled movement. He summoned God and started the Grand Matriarchs. Yay for the Matriarchs. But yeah, it's a good game, good pixel art. Yeah, just really the movement is the downside to it. There's just some things where you're like, oh, I'm never going to miss this attack. Like, I can't dodge this attack because I just physically can't move in the direction needed to get out of there. D-Lit. Pros. Again, pixel art, amazing. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a huge fan of pixel art. Pixel art, I think, is just gorgeous work. It is. I don't know why. Maybe it's the nostalgia from being a kid, but I love pixel art. It is so good. Deedlit's only con. It's a good game, especially if you're a big fan of the Record of Lodoss War anime and manga. I think they do. Can you? Can you? The last like 6 games have been pixel art, haven't they? No, 10 games have had pixel art. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Dealer was really good. It was a lot of fun. Great movement, great character movement. I really liked that. My complaint about the game, and it's a complaint that I have for all games made by this developer, whose name I actually can't remember right now. They have a real problem with power creep in their games. So it is very easy to become over leveled very quickly in their games, which is kind of like, on one hand, I'm like, okay, that's cool because that makes the game accessible for people who may not have the skill to do what the game requires of them. But on the other hand, I would like a higher difficulty setting where maybe I don't gain as much XP so that I actually get to retain a challenge with the bosses. Not a Hero is freaking hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious game. Good pixel art, a lot of fun. It gets a little annoying at points with what's required of you. I remember getting frustrated with it, and not in like the good frustrated where you're like, no, go again, and you throw yourself at it. This is more like a, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is annoying. So like, it's fortunate, but like the writing was fantastic. Again, another game where the writing is amazing. Yeah, I all in all, good game. Just the writing helped the stuff that was kind of annoying at times. Just a few. Gotta go. I need to pass something to. No worries, no worries. Take care, Pato. Thanks for coming to the stream, eh? I think I'm going to try and make a bonk emote. I don't know how well this is going to go, but I kind of want to make a bonk emote. It's 4 o'clock now. Actually, maybe I'll work on the bonk emote on my own. Because it's 4 o'clock now. We can go for a little bit longer. I'm supposed to be at Arcane today for cards, and I want to make sure I'm not late because I've been late the last like 2 times we've tried to get together, and I feel bad. So I think we'll at least sketch out. So my idea for the bonk. Oh my god. Okay, so Ender Lilies. Bray, you're asking all the great questions here. Ender Lilies is a fantastic side-scrolling Souls-like game. Its story is incredible. Combat is good. At first, I thought the game... There's enough different weapons, and in this case, weapons are spirits in the game. There's enough variety of spirits to meet anybody's playstyle, which is great. I thought it was limiting, and then I talked to Arcane, who actually recently beat it, and we used completely different spirits. We had completely different playstyles, and I was really happy to find out that it wasn't limited to just, oh, everybody's going to use this. Everybody gets their own style to play with. I think that's fantastic. So that used to be a con, but turns out there's actually a pro there. I felt like an asshole by the end of the story. I hated myself when I got the true ending of the game. I was like, well, I'm going to go like, I don't know, unalive myself somewhere because I'm an absolute asshole and murderer. God, I hate myself. This game makes me hate myself. Yeah, my only real complaint is there are sections, because it is a very dark game and it is kind of in black and white with a sparing use of color. There are moments where, at least for me, I had a hard time seeing what I was doing. But yeah, huge variety of weapons. I was going to say that huge variety was limiting and only some were good. But like I said, Arcane showed me that it's not limiting. It's a nice variety for everybody's play style. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, 100% play it. So good. Just know that if you go for the true ending, you're going to feel like an asshole. I wonder... Let's... bonk. Is that too big? I think that's too big of a hammer. Although my thought is like... Minecraft Season 4? Minecraft Season 4? What is Minecraft Season 4? Oh! So that was like my fourth playthrough of Minecraft. I broke it into... Drop my pen. Ah, crap, one sec. Broke it into like seasons. And that was on my friend Black Mage's server. He was hosting, where I played with him and a group of people. So that's just regular Minecraft. It's just on a friend's survival server. It was a lot of fun. It got lonely quickly. A lot of people ended up stopping to play Minecraft. I was playing a lot of the time by myself. So, but I find that happens with Minecraft multiplayer servers. So it's just sort of people die off and lose interest. Ori and the Blind Forest, fantastic side-scrolling adventure game. Story character design is cute, writing's good, story's great. Downside is I don't like the chase sequences. I think the chase sequences are awful. I hated them. I don't like them. Yeah, they're not good. I hated them. Drove me crazy. Thought they were unfair. So let's, if we were to... Because the idea here is... something like this. And then we'd have something here. Right. That. Have an eye here. I think it would be better to do, because your eyes would flinch if you're getting hit with a hammer. Right? I think this mouth is better for a bonk. Because now it looks like he's getting hit and he's yelling out in pain. But then you have like the mallet coming down on him. It's kind of weird with drawing emotes because you don't really know how much things are going to stand out. Especially when you shrink them down to like 48 pixels. Aw, thank you, Pixar. You don't have to do that. I like asking questions to know you more. Aw. Okay, I have to ask if you're going to ask about Mexican and Chinese. Are we talking like traditional Mexican and traditional Chinese, or are we talking like North American style Mexican or Chinese? Because those are very different things I have learned in my life. Because I have had authentic Mexican, and then like Western, because Texas Western, but like North American kind of like Yeah, like, because probably Chinese if it's North American. Either way, I don't really like either one of them, because I've actually gone to up in Markham. A friend of mine took me to a traditional like Japanese or not Japanese Chinese meal restaurant, and it was, oh my god, so good, absolutely delicious food. Like I had never had something so good in my life. And I had only eaten like North American Chinese food, you know, like the with like the red sauce and things like that. And I thought that was Chinese food. No, that's not Chinese food. Like real Chinese food, amazing. But like when I think of North American style Mexican, I think of like Taco Bell. And I don't like Taco Bell. Taco Bell is gross. But when I was up in Thunder Bay, there was a Mexican family that moved up there, and they had opened up a Mexican restaurant, and it was so good. Like actual. Okay, breadsticks in general are amazing. I'm sorry. I think bread is just like the best thing ever. Fresh baked bread. Oh my God, I actually work. The worst thing about my job is I work near a bread factory. And when the wind shifts sometimes, you smell fresh bread. You smell fresh bread like it's right there in front of you. And it is so absolutely torturous, because then all I want is bread. But yeah, that is the worst thing about my job. I work near a bread factory and it smells delicious. But yeah, I like more traditional, like actual Mexican style food and Chinese style food. The North American version is just not really for me, but between the two, I'd probably go for Chinese over Mexican if it has to be the North American style. I'm a millwright. I work in a factory and I fix machines. Lols, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm a millwright. I fix machines, I fix motors, I fix conveyors, I fix mechanical systems, but I also, in addition to fixing them, I'm also the person who goes out there and goes, oh, yeah, shit's broken. I can't, okay. Give me a minute, I'll figure out what's wrong with it. So that is my job. I love my job. It is a lot of fun. It is incredibly satisfying when somebody calls you up and says, hey, this doesn't work and I don't know what's wrong with it. And then you look at it and you're like, yes, I know what's wrong with it. It's this. And you fix it and you're right. No worries, Lowell. Yeah, I keep thinking I want to do a stream where I explain what a millwright is, because some people don't know what a millwright is, and some next to a hibachi. A hibachi grill? No, I would pass that. I had a friend who was a chef for a little while. He ended up hating cooking after that. I can't fix people. I just fix machines. People are far too complex. I'm sorry. I used to help my friends out. Okay, so I will say this about fixing people. You can't fix anybody. They have to fix themselves. I didn't know that when I was younger, because I used to try and help all my friends with their problems, and I would give them advice on how to fix things, and they'd be like, I'm going to go do the opposite now. And I'm like, that didn't fix your issue. They're like, yeah, that made it worse. And I'm like, could have done what I told you to do, and that would have made your life easier. Yeah, I could have, but I decided to choose the thing that didn't. Is she a therapist? Oh, that's a hard one. Depends on the bread. Good for her. I imagine that's a hard job to do, because people are dumb and don't really want to listen to help. But I hope she's able to help people. The bread, it is, but there's a certain nuance. Like, it depends on the bread, right? Like a French bread, I wouldn't want to toast. I would want that fresh. But like, say like your standard loaf of bread, I'd toast it. So yeah, it depends on the kind of bread, on whether or not I want. If it like raisin bread, I want that toasted. That's got to be toasted. Sourdough bread, toast that bad boy right there. Sounds good. Fresh toast. Yeah, see, like a French toast kind of bread, I Maybe. My last therapist. Aw, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've had quite a few friends who've gone for therapy, and I'm glad they have. Although sometimes it's taken them a couple times to find the right therapist. Because I haven't been, but I guess like some people have different methods for how they help people. So yeah, I hope you can find one. It is, yeah, like I said, frustrating, but it's good. It's good to get help. And I hope you're not afraid to get help, because I know some people who are also really afraid to get help. Well, that was silly of me. I really did that on the wrong layer. Merge these two. It's a month that they had to look for the perfect therapist for me, but in reality, I'm not making. No. Some people have a hard time making eye contact. I actually had a really hard time for the longest time making eye contact with people. Like I could not make eye contact, and then who was it? Somebody taught me a trick. You look, and I'm pointing, and you can't see. I do this all the time. Don't look at people in the eye. Look at the space between their eyebrows. It looks like you're paying attention to people and looking them in the eye, but you're not. And it helps me all the time. And that's what I do now is when I'm looking at people, I don't look at them in the eye. I look them at the area between their eyes. And it makes me feel better. And it allows me to look people in the eye without actually looking them in the eye. That's my cheat code for me, because I for years could not look people in the eye. I got so intimidated and so scared to do so. But yeah, definitely that is the only tip I can give you. I'm sorry, Pixel Art. And then over time, I've been able to look people in the eye because I kind of got better at it. It might not be for everybody, but like, yeah, I started off just looking at like the space between eyes. I started between the eyebrows, and then I moved down to like the bridge of the nose where it's between the eyes. And then eventually from there, I was able to look at people in the eye. So I hope that can help you. But yeah, I know for some people it can be really hard, regardless of ADHD or not. I'm sure that doesn't make it any easier, and probably just adds an extra debuff on trying to actually be able to do it. National monuments or national parks. Ooh. I don't know, Ray. That is actually really hard. I can't actually answer that one because I like both. So I can't really. I have to skip this song because I'm pretty sure that's going to get me a. I find anytime that there are lyrics, I get a copyright claim. But yeah, I was afraid to do a lot of things with people. And I'm kind of proud of myself because I've gotten better. I've made myself uncomfortable and put myself in situations where I've had to get better. But yeah, for the longest time, Nope. We doing a bonk. national parks are longer, but like so one of the things I used to do before I was a millwright is I was a geologist. I actually went to university, studied geology, and graduated, and became a geologist, which was awesome. Except you spend a lot of time alone in the woods. So like, I've seen things that you will never see in your entire life. Points of nature that are absolutely pristine and untouched by humanity, and it is gorgeous. So I'm kind of sick of being around nature, if that makes sense. So like I would drive out to the middle. Like when I say the middle of nowhere, I mean like literally we are going down old logging roads that were made like 50, 60 years ago, and then marching 10 kilometers out to the location, taking samples of the rocks, looking at it, making maps, trying to figure out whether or not there was, because I actually used to go work for companies that hire geologists to look for gold. So I would look for mineral indicators, structural indicators, geologic indicators, anything that could say whether or not there was gold in the area. Take the samples, send them out to labs, have them tested. But yeah, like places that no one would see, like out in northern Ontario. So it was a lot of fun. I also went to places. One of my favorite things was going to places that used to be. So there's a lot of old mines closed down because they didn't think there was any more gold there. But in reality, their technology just wasn't good enough to extract the gold efficiently enough to make it profitable. But now with modern technology, you can actually extract a lot of the gold way more efficient than the old miners. Like for them, basically it was dig the mine. If you could whack it out with a pickaxe or a machine and get it out of there, great. But if you had to do any more work than that, it wasn't worthwhile. So a lot of old gold mines actually still have a lot of gold in them. I have tons of gold actually. I use 2 pieces of quartz that are laced with serpentine and pyrite and gold as bookends. So yeah, like that was my job, was treasure hunting. It was amazing. It was absolutely fantastic. I was a treasure hunter. The only reason I was allowed to keep the gold, by the way, is because it's absolutely useless to me. Me as a person will never, like the amount of money it would take for me to extract the gold from it is not worth the amount of gold that's in it. So, but yeah, my job was literally treasure hunter. Go find gold. Here is a backpack filled with food and supplies. Be gone with you. So I miss it sometimes, but like I said, it's a very lonely job. So it's not for everybody, but if you can do it, it is an absolute joy. I never did any cave exploring. The closest to that would be like exploring like part of a mine shaft, but I couldn't explore all of it because it had flooded. But yeah, that's like closest I would like to go caving. I would be kind of excited about that actually. I think it would be fun. Nope, I don't want curved lines. I want straight lines. Now take curved lines. Boop. And then there we go. That actually works out as a nice And I think when it shrinks down, it'll have enough of a point that it won't matter. That it's not like a sharp. Let's make it a sharp point anyway. No, you might get stuck. Well, that is true. You could get stuck. Like that is the danger. But I mean, like, it's not like I was going in unprepared. So I was not a pirate. I was never a pirate. Geologist and millwright. These are the two main things I've done. I liked geology though. Like I said, it's not for everyone. It is very lonely. I don't think I would go back to being a geologist because of how lonely it is. I missed my family while I was doing it. It's also the reason I stopped playing D&D. I know Arcane misses me playing D&D, and I feel bad. Because it was always a joy playing with him. But when your job is literally D&D, it's hard to play D&D and get excited about it. Like, the one place I worked was a town that doesn't exist anymore, called Pickle Crow. It's sister city Pickle Lake, and I use the word city loosely. It's technically a village because it's less than 200 people for a population. It was an old mine that actually was burnt to the ground by the workers when the owners stopped paying them. But the remnants of the town that was burned to the ground are still there. So you just randomly find houses with basements. And these basements are full of things like old bottles and plates and pots. There's cars that are just sitting in the woods that have been overgrown. It feels like a post-apocalyptic world where humanity was wiped out and you're the only humans to return to the, like, it was so exciting, and it was so amazing to do that job. Like I said, it is a grove. It was like that sense of exploration. Like, once you get a taste of that, it's really hard to just sit and imagine. And I miss D&D. I miss playing D&D, but yeah. It just reminds me of what I used to do, and it kind of pales in comparison. And I feel bad saying that, because I miss that fun with friends, but I would rather actually take my friends out geologically exploring and doing that. I think that would be cool. I like exploring. It's a lot of fun. So let's draw. I need my... I'm just gonna be lazy and do the symmetry tool again. That is 2 round. That is not right. What is wrong with me right now? Why can I not? Okay, I'll make it pointy and then I'll round it off after. Oh my god, I'm getting worse at this. My hand's getting tired. I can tell my hand's getting tired. No. I don't like that. What else can we do? Where is this? Come on, brain. I keep messing up the bottom. I can clean that up. I can clean that up. Close enough. I'm getting tired of making mistakes, right? Like, I'm sure most of this will get lost when it gets shrunk down, right? Like, because what I can do is then shift everything up there, and now what I'm going to do is add a layer. And this layer will be where we round. Nope. Round the top off. Thanks for an oasis. Ooh. Man, you're fast, pixel art. I don't have any oases where I am. I have swamps. Is a swamp like an oasis? Because oases are just bodies of water found in like desert conditions, right? But I like living in Ontario, there is no such thing as an oasis here. Okay, we're going to merge these two layers. And then this can be moved up. There we go. That actually works out perfect. He getting a bonk. Oh, LoDurisLP is mad. He's getting a bonk. And then for this one, I am going to use these straight lines. That's okay. And then the hammer will be over top of that. This is fine. That is not my pen tool. That's my pen tool. Oh, wow. I'm actually happy with that off the first bat. Way to go, me! Nice. Yeah, I miss some of that. All right, let's draw the fins in, and then if no one's willing to question it, I will draw that outside of there. You whoop. I swear a lot. I try not to swear a lot. I've actually made a point to try and reduce my swearing because I've taught my nephews way too many swear words, and my sister is slightly mad at me because I've taught my nephews way too many swear words or inappropriate things. That is the way I do, because I work as a millwright. I work with a bunch of adults who will use the F word to describe many a thing. So I do have to learn to watch myself. Well, I think that'll work fine for the line art. I'll have to clean up what's on the outside of the square. But I think this actually works. Okay, take the sketch layer away. Put a layer here. I think I can just be lazy. And put the bonk like that. And then because I did it that way. Oh, I actually have to. I wasn't thinking. I need to have this here, right? Nope. Nope. That should do there, which means I can erase layer 15. We're being a little lazy this time, because I don't think a lot of this is going to show up. But I mean, that's a definite bonk that's happening there. I will say that. So then grab this color. Actually, grab this color. And then what we're going to do is just lazily do what we did the last time. Delete what's outside. We can fill. We need to erase this. $15. Because the mallet will be over top. So then I need a brown. What kind of brown should we use? We should use a brown. Because it's like a mallet, right? So a mallet should... Nope. Wrong layer. Glad I caught that one fast. So I should be able to, yeah, and then... Nope, that's the wrong tool. Or should this be like a darker bonk? Right? That should work, eh? I'm curious what you're making now, Pixel Art. You have intrigued me. I hope you post on the Discord. Nope, 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 nope. We just filled the wrong thing. Well, the nice thing is because that's... hide this here, there, 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 there. And then I can get rid of these. I can select that. I can delete the outside, 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 delete the outside. Why? Delete the outside. I made a mess while cleaning. But that's fine. Select. We can just erase this here and erase this here. Erase that there. And touch that up there. And no, that is not the erase tool. God, you fool. No, we got a bonk. We got a bonk emote. I think that works. Awesome. Thank you, Pixel Art. All right. I think I'm going to copy these over. File, new. We got ourselves a basic bonk. We're going to make a folder. And we're going to shrink this down. So that it is edit, transform, scale 10, and file, hit OK, edit, change canvas size. Does that work for a bonk? Does that give the illusion of bonk? I think that works. I think that works kind of nicely. Actually, the only thing I want to do now that I'm looking at it, I might play with this. File, save as bonk. Because it is 10 to 5 now. I do want to eat and meet arcane. I think I might add just a quick border effect. Let's size black. Make a new layer. Size is 30? 25. I'm gonna do this just quick. Oh my god, I can't. I'm rushing, and that's my issue. I shouldn't be rushing. Oh wait, what I can do though is I can stabilization at 40. We could add something like a border, and then this edit transforms file. Yeah, accept that file change canvas size. I think I like that with the border effect more. I think the border effect... I think I like the border effect. Yeah, no, I like the border effect. We're going to keep the border effect. I think that is the best way for Bonk to be. Because I think... without the border effect... it... Okay, edit. Size. Like, it's okay. I feel... I don't know. It just looks better with the border. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm not sure how to explain it. I think the border looks better. Yeah, I think the border looks better. I think we're going to go with the border. File. Save. Here we go. So we got 2 emotes added. I'll add these to the Discord server as well. But I am going to end stream here because I want to meet Arcane for cards. Going to hang out with him for a little bit. Thank you all very much for everybody who's able to make it today, for the inputs. Thank you all. Hope you have a fantastic afternoon, evening, nighttime, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And yeah, I wish you all the very best. It's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the members only, but I miss the chaos of having everybody here. I'm not going to lie. Having everyone here is awesome. But like I said, I wanted to do something for the members and add like something that they wanted. I kind of wish more were able to show up, but for those who were able to make it, I appreciate it. Until I see you again, wish you all the best, eh? Bye-bye.